This one is from Patrick. He says, heard that Local Lease Pro is no longer offered as a standalone course, in part due to the way Google's GMB policies have changed recently, and I was directed to Local GMB Pro as the replacement. Question is about why Local Lease Pro method is no longer recommended. And that's precisely why, Patrick, is what I was just talking about earlier, was the fact that because what we were doing is getting spammed GMB listings. Like, in other words, GMB listings that didn't actually exist. There wasn't enough physical location for that business, essentially. And the problem was that it became a lot harder to get them. And also, or once you would get them, they would get suspended easily. And that was because Google had been on a rampage for several months about just cracking down on GMB spam. So we got away from doing that because it was getting too hard. Like, we don't want to teach people how to do stuff that is going to, like rework, right? Go out and build GMBs or buy GMBs, and then you start building them out and they get suspended. Now you've wasted time and you've wasted money, right? And so we don't like to teach stuff that's going to require like churn and burn strategy. That's nothing. It's not anything I've ever liked to do. I don't like to build my business on stuff that potentially I could lose. You know what I mean? I like to do work once and have it pay me over and over and over again. So that's part of the reason we got away from suggesting it, was because of it was getting too hard to get spam GMBs, or if you were able to get them, they were too easily suspended, right? So we kind of switched back to going to what we had originally been teaching, which was the Local GMB Pro method, which is how to get the best results from a GMB. And even overcome the proximity issue, although that is a lot stricter now than it was when we first developed it. I know you can still get over the proximity issue. There's no doubt you can overpower that, but it does require more than it used to overcome that, because the proximity issue, the proximity filter for GMB is a lot tighter now than it used to be. It's a lot stricter. Okay. He says, if I got the Local GMB Pro, would I still be able to accomplish the same kind of business model, which is quick map ranking without site and simple flat fee rental using the Local GMB process? I'd really like to be able to outsource almost all of the GMB ranking process to MGYB and follow a repeatable process to stack success. Thank you. Yeah, of course, MGYB Local GMB Pro would still teach you how to rank any GMB that you get. So it would be up to you to get the GMBs, whether you're doing that in a legit manner, which means you're getting an actual address somewhere where you can verify it, get a postcard sent to so you can verify it, or if you can buy GMBs if you can buy GMBs that get verified from somewhere, like you used to be able to from us, and you want to get the best results from those GMBs, Local GMB Pro will absolutely teach you how to do that. A lot of the stuff that we're going to tell you to do to rank a GMB is going to be stuff that we sell in MGYB anyways, right? Which is the SEO shield, essentially your entity loop. All of that should be done. RYS, drive stacks, all of those things can all help to rank a GMB, whether it has a self-hosted website or not. It doesn't matter, right? We can get results with just a GMB and the GMB website. But it still kind of includes all the other stuff that we were talking about, our SEO shield stuff, if that makes sense. You want to comment on that, Marco?
No, that was fine.
Okay. So yeah, as far as outsourcing all that stuff, I mean, again, Local GMB Pro was it was a lot more in depth. It was more for more competitive GMBs. So in other words, if you like Local Lease Pro was all about trying to find and identify the really easy map ranking opportunities. And then, so you would go out and let's say, you register 20 GMBs across a metropolitan area. And out of those, 8 out of those 20 might rank overnight with little to no work at all because of the proximity issue. And you were able to just hit all, check all the boxes to rank really well because you found low competition, not very many other businesses registered in the same zip code, all that kind of stuff. But with the Local GMB Pro method, it's about whatever GMBs that you have getting the best results, even in very, very competitive areas. It's how to get results from those GMBs.